Okay, we're going to see how quickly we can get a business plan set up with Blueprint. We're just going to go ahead and log in from the main screen here. And this will all be recorded real time with no delays. I'm just going to drag a little stopwatch into the screen here so we can keep track of how we're going. I'll go ahead and start that. So we're going to close our help box here. And we'll go over to our plan tab, which is where we start our business plan from. So we'll start with our income assumption. We'll enter the split of buyer versus seller transactional business. We'll enter our average listing and buyer sales prices. And our average commission rates. We'll just put an average of 3% and 3%. And save and continue. We'll go on to step 2. Step 2, we'll enter our commission details here. I'll assume I'm on a fixed split, and I'll say that I'm paying 30% company dollar rate. It's paid as a percentage of total GCI, and I'll assume that my company dollar plan is not capped. We'll save and continue. And I'll assume that I do pay a royalty fee of 6%. I'll say that that's not capped annually. I'll say that I do pay a transaction fee of $30, and I'll put an additional cost of sale of $5,000 per year. All right, on to step 4. Step 4 is where we estimate operating expenses. I'll go ahead and make an assumption of about $450 a month in operating expenses. And we'll save and continue. Step 5 is where we enter our conversion rate assumptions. On the listing side, I'll assume that I convert 50% of my appointments to listings, then that I convert 70% of my listings to properties under contract, and then 80% of listings under contract to closing. And then on the buyer side, we'll assume an 85% conversion of buyers to buyer agreements, then about a 85% conversion from agreements to properties under contract, and again 85% under contract to closed. And we're almost done here, just about 2 minutes time elapsed. Last question it's asking is, how good am I at following up with my database? I'll assume that I'm slightly better than average. I'll say good, save and continue. And our business plan is now complete. We've got that done in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. And what the plan shows us is that in order to achieve my plan goal of $60,000 net pre-tax income, based on my compensation assumptions, I'm going to have to gross $111,157. There's my planned cost of sale, my planned operating expenses. It shows that I'll need to close 12 buyers and 12 sellers. And to achieve those, I'll have 44 listing appointments and 22 buyer appointments coming from a database that I'll need to have of 172 people in the system. And then back on the home screen, you'll see how our dashboard indicators actually update real time to reflect the plan goals now. So you see listing appointments, buyer appointments, contact database size, and net pre-tax income. Those are all goals that are set up in the system now based on our business plan that's been completed. Note that these are prorated year-to-date numbers. I can also switch to this annual view, which will show me the full 12-month numbers. So there's my planned income goal of $60,000, 172 in my database, and my 22 buyer appointments and 44 listing appointments. That's all there is to it. Just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and you'll get your business plan done. Welcome to Blueprint.